Go. Hola and welcome everybody to Monday Night Fire Shrike. And when we last left off, like maybe we get like we do this thing that they do on TV sometimes where they give you like the last few seconds of the last clip of the last program to set up like what's going on.
Last time
We get
on
and we get just like this
Fire
shot
Shrike.
of Twinkle looking at a screen. We don't see what's on the screen, but we see this shocked look
Oh,
on his
yeah.
face. And we kind of and then we kind of like we get the Fire Shrike logo, and it almost looks like it's kind of a mistake, like they tried to show something that and they cut it off short and then comes in the logo. And then we cut back to what's going on in the interim. And Twinkle, we start directly with you. You cannot pull this file out of the computer from where you're at. You need to go to the science station on the one of the science stations on the main bridge and work from there. And this was one of those situations where you heard it and you were like, God, Zai's got to see this. This has to be a thing Zai sees.
So the same thing that I said yesterday. What exactly is this video of?
We'll reveal it when when the Captain's Eye gets to see it. It's shocking.
But what if he doesn't see it?
No.
True.
He saw it. He was digging around looking for like how the security systems got breached.
But
And
what
he
if
found
talking
it.
about
Eye?
Captain's
No,
Eye?
he's talking about what if Captain's Eye doesn't see it.
Well, what if you don't? Well, that would depend on you not showing him him the deal.
No.
Which, as much as I would love to be the blue baller, that's not Twinkle's style. We'll go to the bridge.
And
I was
I
gonna
do
say-
appreciate that. If it was that shocking, you should probably private message me instead.
Yeah, that was gonna say probably just send you a short message. Captain, bridge now, please, urgent, thanks.
Yeah.
So not bridge, your quarters.
No, I
Otherwise, I'm
thought you said
probably
I
on
would
bridge.
have to get to the file from the bridge.
Yeah,
correct?
he's gonna have to use one of the science stations on the bridge.
All right. Well, then I leave the tech bay, petting Goat along the way. I tell Melanie I'll
Okay.
see her later.
You see Twinkle probably practically running at some point for the bridge,
Right.
All right.
bumping into people. Move, move, busy, please, excuse me, no questions.
Oshni's probably one of them you bump into. Is whoa. He's just kind of roaming the halls.
I don't have time for you.
I love the idea that you bump into him, it leaves a stain on your shirt, and it leaves ripples in him for at least 2 minutes.
He's just like,
You know what
well,
we need to do?
here's the thing though. He's a vanguard. So what really probably is closer to happening is he bumps into Oshni and expecting him to be like, all fluidy and liquidy and just go right through him or whatever. and actually
Say-
bounce off of him and be like, "What the fuck was that?"
No, no. See, the
Isn't
thing we
he
need to do-
technically currently in armor anyway, so he looks humanoid?
I don't remember.
We need
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember how that works for them as far as it goes, because
well, they
he's
can
wearing
do
armor.
that. Is he wearing armor? Well, then he probably would be in his humanoid form with armor and whatnot. But
I will confirm.
yeah, he's got a D suit too. I got you.
Okay.
All right. That's what he's wearing. That's what he's
No.
rocking.
He's the only one that can get away with wearing my suit without having it modified.
But they pretty much. But yeah, like you managed to make your way up onto the bridge. Nurx is on the bridge, of course, because she's taking her shift watching the
Hi,
controls.
Nurse.
But is anybody else on the bridge? Like
Okay,
those
so
of you who are stationed on the Fire Shrike?
we are currently in drift, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so
This is you
if we're
guys.
in drift,
setting the
then what
atmosphere.
time is it?
I'm gonna say that kind of depends, right? Because I don't know if you all keep the same schedule as far as sleeping, or if you all kind of do your own thing. Because that's in relative pack standard time.
I was
You
going
would
to say
reckon it'd
pack
be
standard is what we have always chronologically went on,
right.
unless we're on a planet where they're like, nah,
Yeah,
fuck that, we don't do that here.
I know, but I'm just saying everybody's schedule as to when they would actually be up, or if it meant anything to them. Because
I was going to say there would definitely be a
um,
24-hour schedule. That would have been something that Nahir had us on in the first place.
okay,
That way someone's always awake.
that makes absolute sense. All right, so yeah,
I'd
I
be
would
awake
say
the whole time.
I would say that this
Okay.
is probably like really early morning, like the equivalent of like 3 a.m. or something at this point. Because
All right, I
Twinkle,
like it. So
you've been working on this shit, cracking this shit for hours. Like you forgot to go to bed at this point because you were busy trying to crack into this.
right, and Xander stated that he would be up. Xander, what are the chances you'd be up there?
No, I'm in my
Pretty-
room working
Okay.
on the cipher thing, but I didn't go to
Okay.
sleep because I'm trying to figure
Okay,
this
so you're
out.
not up there. That's fine. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
And merch, I assume that this would still be during the time that you sleep. Shaba, are you
Well,
on drugs
Shaba's
and awake?
Shaba's on the Fire Shrike though. This
I
is in
know.
drift, and you're
I
in
just
the.
miss her.
This
Yeah.
is we're still in like emergency time. Merch has been working doubles.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah. Well, yeah.
but
Yeah.
he's distributing drugs in his room though. Like
Well,
You need
and-
sleep when you have magic.
Well, and maybe we get a shot of this. Maybe
Or
we get
drugs.
like as they're running for the bridge, we get a shot of like Xander in his room with like his like one of his hollow files out from one of the impressions he got from a book, and like like his other hand on a keyboard, like looking back and forth and looking thoughtful as he works on the cipher project. And maybe we
Right.
get a shot of Merch like in the med bay, like doing doing surgery with Nurse Jerkazal at his side, trying to save the lives of one of the unfulfilled.
oh no.
No?
Definitely not. No, I'm actually going to be still working on the cryo sleep, folks.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
No, yeah, Merch is still like in
Well,
his room.
they're in your room right now because of the thing
Well-
with the med bay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's been long enough that they're kind of like Rex
They should be
Tolak.
coherent. It's been like 3 days, right?
hmm
Yeah, Rex Tolak. Actually, they at this point they probably are already up and about and have gone and have have their own quarters assigned. I would
Oh.
Right.
imagine.
They will also definitely have at least 2 of the non. Oh no. Let's see. So they're on my ship. So, let's have Oshni fucking be watching at least Rex, and then I don't know. Tixpit can watch until we have to go somewhere. The other one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, then if that's the
Guide
case,
and
then,
Losa.
if that's the case, then Merch is probably just like, yeah, he's helping with the surgery, but he's like secretly also like putting like new like doping chemicals. Like he's like, oh yes, like this will help stabilize, and then like puts in a syringe, and it's like,
I'm telling the Olympic Committee that you're blood doping.
I mean, it's basically what I'm doing is I'm like seeing if it's going to like bolster their musculatory system as we're like
You're just
in them.
experimenting on people.
Pretty
Well,
much, yeah. And I'm sure that Glycil does not like that.
Let me
but
get.
He can deal
Actually,
with it.
let me get a. Let me get a sleight of hand.
I thought you'd never ask.
Let me get a sleight of hand and see if you're able, how successful you are here.
Merch thought he was slick. Well,
So,
we got to see Glycil contest it.
Zai, you have Glycil, don't you?
No, I believe someone else has Glycil. I do not have Glycil. I have a bunch of other people.
Let me see.
Who has
So
Glycil?
I know.
Is it James that has Glycil?
Nope, I have
No,
Tick's
actually,
Pit.
it's Codex has. So
Okay, so
I'm
that's
going to
what I
give
thought.
you. So, James, are you okay with making the roll for to Glycil?
Big thumbs up while James hides his face.
I'm not hiding my face, it's just that this is how bad I sit in my chair.
Yeah, I'm sitting completely different in my chair because...
Yeah,
All
you
right.
usually sit on your feet. I'm like so slumped that this is all
All
you
right.
can see.
You now have control of Glycil, so go ahead and make him a
Hooray! Let us roll the
Make a-
dice.
roll some perception, see if he notices here.
Oh, he probably won't. Hooray!
Somebody decided you were not getting away with that.
Yeah.
Glycil is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Simply trying to see if this will help him out. Look at the arm. Look at the arm. The arm is completely fucked up. If I put... Or, no, he wouldn't say that. He'd say, the arm is completely destroyed. If this might have a chance to help the muscular system...
The arm is completely fucked up.
He's just like, we should take a more genetic approach. Pharmacological answers only go so far. And we have advanced equipment here. We should use it. We should use it for gene therapy.
Whatever you say, gene therapy. You know, people call my methods old-fashioned, but I would have to tell you that your methods are not nearly as thorough or well-researched,
Who even is Gene?
God damn it. He's like, I just don't think it's ethically correct to be putting foreign substances untested into a patient.
How do you
without their
think I'm
consent.
supposed to test them?
He says, lab research. Test voluntary test subjects, not somebody lying on the table who can't make a conscious decision for themselves.
I'm gonna like throw an intimidate roll out there and just be like, make one comment and then go back to doing.
Do it again,
standard
James.
history.
Do it again.
Roll a
Let me see that happy green.
Yeah. So
Green.
I basically go, you're going to end up on my table if you don't quit quabbling, and I put the syringe down and start
You'll
doing
save?
standard
No,
surgery.
I think he's like, fine, but the captain's gonna hear about this, and we'll see what he has to say about your methods. And he's which Zai in this moment where you're like getting ready to go meet on the bridge and shit, it's just one more fucking thing hitting your mailbox. Like,
Yeah. So by the way, I'm not gonna continue trying to put it in after he makes the stink about it. I just wanted that comment to like slide through as like one of those like quit fucking with me comments.
No, I get you. There and there there's definitely a foil situation here.
You are.
But where is Vesa at? Like, what is Vesa doing here? Like, Ashura is not feeling well, and she's kind of still in the recovery mode. Blue is trying to be helpful, and Xander is in his room apparently studying. It's It's effectively 3 a.m. Is Vesa sleeping, or is she up doing something?
Well, from what I remember, Vasa snagged some drugs from Merch, and
Yeah, that's true.
and
days?
You're
she
basically
is,
on Diladad.
yeah. So
Dilaudid.
she is most likely passed out in her room. There's some drool. She doesn't fucking care.
Nice.
Like full starfish in the bed, like just, it's whatever.
I love it.
Yeah, and
It's super
that's
funny because it's bunk beds.
it's bunk beds. Oh shit! So half
Yeah,
of
the
her
last
body
time
is
we
like
rebuilt the
out.
ship, we got rid of the fucking awesome quarters and went back to just good.
Okay, so she's half dangling off of this bunk bed, then still drool, and she's done.
It's all right. You know, all the people in your crew mates probably aren't going to care.
And what
Yeah.
is Serold doing here? Just to get a picture of what's going on with Serold.
I mean, it was the security room that got busted into, right?
Well, it was the science lab.
The science lab. He's still probably like in the corner of the science lab while like Merch and Glycil are having their back and forth. And
Well, they're
he's
in
just
the med bay.
Oh, med bay. I keep forgetting that they're two separate things.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I paid extra for that.
who is in which, because they're both doing science things. I mean, if there's a beaker or a test tube in the room, it's automatically a science lab as far as I'm fucking concerned. Don't at me. So he's like picking up like, small bits of detritus that were left on the floor, examining. I almost said like weapon discharge patterns, but I don't think anyone shot anything. Looking for that little tidbit, that little thing that he can use as a clue. It's the whole LA Noire thing of like, hand hovers over something and goes, no use here.
Great reference, by the way.
Hand hovering over a dude's pocket. Then grab him by the head and just go.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So we go back to the bridge where Twinkle and Zai, you both managed to get there. Like Nurx is drunk and just sitting at the console. She's got her feet up on it. Just kind of she's just watching. Like every now and again, she looks over at the instrumentation, like to make sure, like that the drift beacons or the nav systems are locating the drift beacons and what have you. It's like
No. I felt completely comfortable coming up to a drunk Nurx at 3 a.m. If she was sober, I'd be like, "Fuck, are we lost?" If we should get into a battle, a drunk Nurx means that we will fucking outfly everyone by 20%.
with the 1% chance extra of there being some kind of weird fuck up, just because, whoops, my finger slipped.
I didn't mean to touch that switch. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to get us all killed, but I know what they say.
Who the hell puts the blow up the engine buttons right there?
We dropped the drift core into space, Captain. Sorry.
So Twinkle, you make it to you managed to make it to the bridge, and you're like, there's Zai has managed to probably beat you up there. I think he was closer at this point from where he was.
Probably not even looking at the captain, flinging himself at the computer console. Captain, I've been looking for the things, and okay, I was digging through all of the computer files, right? Well, I found something that I think you need to see, and I'm not sure if it's says digging through all these files. Not sure.
I turned to Nurx and I'm like, should we watch it on the video feed and slow it down?
I just.
Twinkle,
I'm not sure if that's a good idea, Captain. Come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you managed to pull up, and it's a rabbit hole type thing to get to the video, right? Yeah. And you really have to dig through layers, but you pull it up, and the video clicks, and it comes up, and
they put this in the homework folder.
Yep, and Zai, we don't see this is all like from camera angles that are either first person or a drone that flying over somebody's shoulder, but you never get a look at the face. But it starts off with a person, presumably Kasathan, judging by the hands, um, stalking, uh, through a cave, and they come to a pit and a well, and down in the well is you in some sort of liquid, naked. They throw a match down and you watch yourself burn to death as you claw at trying to climb up walls that have obviously been treated, standing in a pool of some sort of fluid. The next thing, and then you watch as you struggle and die under these circumstances. The next video that pops out, part of the video transitions over, and these are just jolting hard jump cuts. They're like that blam, here's one thing, blam, here's another. The next one is of you, getting in heated combat, getting impaled with a pike of some sort, and watching yourself driven back and stabbed clean through and into a wall, and watch as whoever it is that's doing this steps back and watches you slowly die. The next scene is a over the shoulder cut, of you on the ground, all four hands trying to stop somebody with the person on top of you who also has four hands, from driving a knife through your eye socket and into your skull. And ultimately, though, there is never a moment of giving up or resignation. There is no stopping the knife from going through your eye socket directly into your skull and killing you. And there are numerous scenes just like this of you being murdered by this perpetrated over and over. And the final scene of it,
Wait, by the same Kasathan over and over again?
presumably, it's hard to tell. Then
Is that a perception check to see if it looks like the guy that was on the hover pad?
Well, you didn't get a good enough look at the guy on the hover pad to.
Yeah, well, as you can tell.
Oshni,
Well,
what are
you
you
were
doing
rolling
here?
for Oshni.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah. Well, Oshni rolled an 11, but either way, we're gonna assume that was my roll instead.
What's going on, man?
The final scene.
Fucked up.
The final scene of this is you as a child, and the perpetrator in question here comes upon the child you and brutally, slowly strangles you to death.
I look at the left hand of the Kasathan after the first few and start paying attention for the left hand.
Okay. You're trying to kind of. It's still rather hard to identify. It seems to be the same Kasathan in every one, but you can't make much out on it.
Right. Is there a scar? Because if it's a scar, it's me killing myself, and that's fucked up.
Oh no.
Speaking of fucked up, here's
Wearing
this quadruple
gloves.
mini wheat.
Oh, I thought it was actually
today's
white
episode of
chocolate
That's
covered
Fucked Up.
pretzels.
That's
Nope.
fucked up.
Nope, it's a frosted mini wheat that
Nope.
decided, I must fuse with my brothers, we will become one!
Yeah, no, Nahir is killing you over and over again. I'm calling it.
Yeah, this is clone. Yo! Nahir's not dead, there's clones! Yo!
God, no.
Yo!
I honestly, well, no, that would make it fucked up. But
That's fucked up.
anyway, after the third or fourth time I watch my snuff film of myself, I definitely get popcorned.
Well, it is that thing where it is disturbing, despite your attempts to be nonchalant, watching yourself die over and over again.
Captain, you've been awfully quiet.
It's rather morbid. And Twinkle, it's rather morbid to see somebody try to eat popcorn while they watch themselves murdered over and over again.
Are you sure now's the time for food? I'm just a little. Do I have to be worried, Captain?
No, I'm fine.
I still think it's funny that you have that UPB still come up every time.
It's just because I haven't removed it from the save notes.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, yeah.
what's the story here? Somebody's killing you?
Let's start here. Cyril, to the bridge.
As you command.
Oh, we're
If you
gonna
could get
rule
here
out the extra.
yesterday, it would actually be better.
Well, I can teleport. I had that spell. I'm just there now.
Oh, so we're gonna rule out the extra dimensional possibilities?
Definitely.
Mm.
But either way. So,
Fucking portal opens in the side of the bridge as Cyril just walks through it and goes, "You rang?"
Ha.
I love it. So, Twinkle found a snuff film.
Don't call it.
Come back.
That makes it
Is it
sound like I
called-
went looking for it.
Yeah, he just slowly turns his head like,
No, I swear, it's just I was looking for bugs and I found
And
it was
you
in the
found a
homework
bug.
folder. Okay.
Here, watch.
"Bugs."
And I just push play, except this time I kind of walk out of the bridge and go down the elevator and go to the galley and fix myself a stiffer drink than I normally do and add like 3 shots of espresso because I know it's going to be a long day, and then go back and have it
Probably.
mostly
What
finished
the hell
when
do
I
you
get
think
back
this
to you.
is? You
Oh,
probably
Twinkle,
find
did
Twinkle.
you want something?
No, it just. How are you not disturbed by this?
Oh no, I'm completely disturbed. I'm just really good at hiding my feelings.
Hmm.
I mean, you have sense motive. You can try.
On the
Sure.
inside, I'm a wreck.
Sure.
Yeah,
let's
Cyril doesn't
Shit,
Look, that's
seem...
not even
that.
that good.
motive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sense motives. Sense motives?
He's-
Can I roll something I'm good at?
Yeah, you can roll something you're good at, but
Watch
you're
you roll
going to
a
know
one.
that I was lying in the first place.
God damn it. You know
Ha.
what?
lied.
No, reroll.
You completely believe my lie.
God damn
Oh
it.
my god, it's even worse the second time.
You know what?
Roll
No.
20, man.
Fuck it. Reroll. I get
What do you
2
mean? The
fucking
captain seems fine.
rerolls. And I'm gonna waste them because I don't give a fuck.
I want to reroll that. Well, at least it wasn't a 1.
So, you know what, guys? I think this is where I'm gonna tender my resignation from just this fucking channel. Roll 20, you can kiss the darkest part of my white ass.
James,
It's terrible.
James, this fits your character perfectly though, because he's real bad at social interaction, and sometimes can be obtuse. So maybe he's just taking the captain at face value.
Yeah. That, or
Yeah.
maybe he's watching the video. He doesn't seem bothered by it at all. The thing that seems to bother him the most is that these are all different Zais. Not the
Right,
fact
well,
that they're
no,
getting
no.
brutally murdered.
I completely support the fact that not every fucking dimension has their own Zai. He's a rare bird. Because there are a lot of them where he's just a priest. He takes care of a giant computer on a big ship, and he's completely okay with that.
Well, according to M theory, there are as many universes where he doesn't exist as there are where they do exist.
I was actually going more like the Watchers and, Marvel Universe, where
Ah.
only like 1 in 15 worlds has a Wolverine.
Yep. It,
Does that make me a Watu? Am I a giant-headed baby?
no, that I
No.
don't think that was ever in your character's description, but I don't know that I cannot confirm that.
Well, suddenly Cyril's head is like 6 sizes bigger. No, not really.
That would fit his ego.
Yeah,
He has
so-
no ego. What the fuck are you talking about?
I was
It's
gonna
Merch that's
say,
got
yeah.
ego.
So
The Shadow guys that came on with him have way more ego than he does.
Well, one of them.
well, yeah.
But, yeah, he's just watching. And does this smack of
I offer him some popcorn.
Nah, I'm not having no popcorn. I'm working. Is this smack of interdimensional bullshit or is this smack of clone bullshit?
Well, give me some sort of roll on that. What do you roll on your
Let's roll
investigation?
mysticism because that's the closest thing to like interdimensional portal bullshit.
This would be a perfect time to augury. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Well, you
Calling.
I do have
you
an
can't.
augury.
Here's the thing that gets you about this, and your biggest deciding factor, and you can take this for what you will, is that it could easily be either clone or multi-dimensional. However, the final clip with the young Zai, presumably, whoever is murdering Zais would be more like it would if it were a clone thing and they were just murdering clones and what have you. Why would there be one clone that was younger than the rest of them?
You pulled him out of the batch sooner.
To you, well, and that's fair enough. But why would you do that? What would the logical reason be to?
You're cloning Zais to murder them.
You're
what
a fucked
sense
up
is there in any
pervert.
of
What
this?
else is
I
there?
mean,
Not only that,
Well-
but it also depends on how cloning works in this universe. If
That's
there
true.
is a way to pull him out of the vat soon,
Plus-
then yeah, completely plausible that a Zai woke up at 12 years
Think-
old and got out of the tank.
the thing that strikes you about it is that it seems more likely, or at least likely enough to consider the idea that this is representative of multidimensional, because there's also possibly temporal, because it's entirely possible that somebody could have jumped back in time to get after a younger Zai.
Well, it wouldn't be our Zai, because if they killed young Zai, then... But then we would create a fucking time paradox, because Zai wouldn't exist anymore. Which means they wouldn't have had to go back in time to kill him. Which means they didn't go back in time to kill him. Which means he does exist. Which means they do go back in time to kill him. Which means that he doesn't
So-
exist.
Side note from this madness: Young Zai is my new favorite rapper.
Oh god.
That sounds like he had a pretty short career.
yeah. Yeah.
But, one last question. The person who's doing this, Zai-aside, same person?
It's again
That's what-
very hard to tell, but it seems likely. Go ahead and give me a sense motive here. Because it seems
Why? This is the 4th time I rolled it. This could only get worse. Oh.
you were saying you were saying it would make sense to you that based on what's happening here, if this is whoever is behind this, whether it's the actual killer themselves or whoever's ordering these killings, there is some element of something personal here, because it's one thing to kill somebody to prevent them from being a fly in your ointment. It's another thing
To murder a child.
to kill somebody to be a fly in your ointment in multiple dimensions or multiple clones or whatever. But it's an entirely different thing to send them to kill a child version, and an entirely different thing to target the same person in such brutal manners, because none of these deaths are easy. There is none of them where Zai is quietly poisoned in his sleep, or something like that. It's just always something awful and brutal.
Yeah, the closest to an easy death would have been the thing through the eye. And that's just because it would have gotten his brain quick-ish, but,
Captain Zai,
Right.
I got a question for you.
Who'd you
Confirm.
piss off?
What's the message here? I mean, unless I'm mistaken, this was planted in fairly recently. That means that whoever left it here is trying to send a message, I would assume, to you. What is the message?
Could
Be
I...
afraid?
Yeah, could I have applied that sense motive to try and parse out try and Batman detective mode my way, at least a hint of what the purpose might be behind it?
Well, it's very clearly
It's a
saying,
very direct message, guys.
yeah, it's very clearly saying, I've killed you before many times, and I can do it again. there
But
is
that would
there is
imply
a
that there's no
purpose.
pleasure derived from this, and that it's all business.
Well, yeah, Cyril is doing like
Uh.
the finger tent of thought,
Okay.
and
In a place where we can jump from dimension to dimension, if you hate someone a lot, there is
Kill all
nothing more gratifying than killing them over and over and over again. You,
Yeah.
my friend, are just not evil. Well, I am.
Somebody with that level of obsessive stalker behavior, that would be very personal, and it would be somebody with the capacity to travel dimensions or with access to multiple clones of the person they hate would to derive all kinds of pleasure out of this.
Right?
Well,
There are those
Twinkle.
that would create clones just so they could kill them, but it wouldn't be as gratifying as jumping dimension to dimension to kill them.
Elementary
then-
Twinkle, we have someone who is mixing pleasure and business together. The message of
But
this is rather clear. They want I to know that whoever this is, they not only have killed him multiple times, and perhaps will continue to kill him, but they have a mastery over time and space that is beyond us. And they have no compunctions with petty morals.
Okay, so, but they want you to know that you can do this, that they can do this. Great. Why hide behind the videotape?
It gives them a certain sense of anonymity. Whoever they are, they don't want us to know who they are.
I want you to know that I'm out to get you, because I want to be the boogeyman. Is that what I'm getting at here?
Doesn't
I can
it make
strike at any
sense?
time, at any place, because you don't know who I am.
Precisely.
Eh.
Zai will always be looking over his shoulders if he falls for this.
Zai is always looking over his shoulder anyway.
Zai's looking over everyone's shoulder.
By the way, while this is going on, Xander, I want you to give me a. I want you to give me a. What is it? There's a check I want out of you here, real quick. Something to do with research. With
Mysticism?
well,
Life science?
no, he's studying. Do you have xenoarchaeology as a profession skill or as a
Background?
or is it anything like that?
I don't think so.
Hmm. Then give me a culture check.
I like culture.
Okay. 32. So, based on what you're looking at in your research here, the dimensional shifter needs something to operate. It needs like there is some sort of power source. But it doesn't say what it is.
I was going to
And
say,
there's minor reference and there is a minor reference to a line of there's a minor reference to a line of androids, but it doesn't say anything more than that. It says that there's something about a line of androids that had some specific purpose that was related to the dimensional sifter, but it's not clear on what that purpose was, who made this line, why they made them, what the situation was. But you do find out that those two different things right there. The sifter needs some sort of power source, and that there's something that almost seems like a throwaway line that has something to do with a line of androids.
I so wish I were there. I have questions.
I was gonna say, is this something you're just gonna keep burning the midnight hour fuel on this? Are you gonna take this to bed and sleep on it? Are you gonna share this information with anybody? Are you gonna call anybody to help you try to make contact, put context to it? What are you doing there? Plus,
I'm gonna dig as deep as I can until I can no longer function and require sleep. Because they broke in and took stuff. I
Mhm.
need to find to the bottom of this as quickly as possible. So that's where my mind is focused on completely, is getting everything deciphered out to properly read it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're basically gonna work until you pass out on your computer. Is that what I'm getting here?
Pretty much.
All
How
right.
long can he do that? I mean, is he like a phone? Does he go on battery saver mode when he hits 20%?
He has to sleep like anybody
Yeah,
else.
that's when you pass
Mm.
in and out of reality. You're like,
So Shaba, you are on the Fire Shrike with your crew kind of functioning along and whatnot. Who's all on the Fire Shrike at this point? Who do you
why
have?
do you always do that?
Because you have one person on the ship by themselves. And then,
No. Somebody else is over there.
who else is supposed to be over there?
Fire Strike 4.0. We're getting there. Okay. So, apparently some of it's wrong because we've established that Serold has been on the Blue Ember. So, let's delete
Same with
Serold.
Twinkle.
Well, and Kalith and
Oh.
Rock over here too, because they're getting worked on. So who's taking all their places?
Maybe Shaba's got the ship all to herself. Girls' night out.
Well, at least Whistlefizz, or at least Vector should be over there, and Scramjet.
Hopefully.
Vector doesn't count. Vector's not people.
Ouch. Ouch. Wreck is actually offended by that.
Yes.
And we
he
love
would
Wreck.
be.
No. It's not because he's
Yeah.
not because he's a robot. It's just because he's a dick.
Do you remember that time I used that word and got called in for sensitivity training?
Yeah.
I'm out of character using that word. I'll use the R word out of character all I want, my robot.
God damn it.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I think probably like, what are you doing to pass the time in Drift at this point? Like, you've got at least Whistlefizz and Vector on board.
No, Whistlefizz, Scramjet.
Or Scramjet.
We'll say
yeah.
Whistlefizz is over there right now anyway.
Okay, that's fine. Because he can work.
Because we have Kolnak.
Yeah.
But we like Whistlefizz. He's the bee's knees.
She's just probably sitting in the captain's chair having a drink and, taking whatever she pulled from her stash. I'm here all alone. Like, okay.
Well,
Once again, only Captain Zai is happy when his crew is fucked up.
right.
All right, we're ready for battle. Everybody's got a good buzz going. Let's do this.
Everybody's fucked up. Let's go hit this fucking shit sideways. Yeah. I think probably Scramjet's at his console, and he's like, so anybody up for a game of cannons and black holes later? We still got a couple more days in Drift.
It would be illogical to spend my endeavors in such a way.
So what about you, Whistlefizz? You in? And I think Whistlefizz is like, sure. Don't have much else to do while we're doing this. And Scrimgeour would be like, Captain, play a hand?
No, I'm just gonna sit here and watch the pretty colors.
All right. He's like, you have fun with the pretty colors. And he's like, and he kind of, he kind of goes back to his console, and it's like, but he's scheduling up a game of cannons and black holes for later.
Oh, she fell off the wagon a while ago.
Yeah, she's way off the wagon.
She accepted a donation of drugs from Merch, so yeah. No,
Those are the ones she's using right now.
I don't
Hell
think she
yeah,
just fell off the wagon.
this is
I
some
think the
high
wagon hit
quality
her.
shit.
Yeah, and just nice.
Right.
She fell off
There's
the wagon. The
nothing
wagon's
worse
done a loop.
for a recovering addict than suddenly starting to live with a dealer.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty
And
much.
not just
Pretty
a
well.
scum dealer, like a professional dealer, a safe dealer.
Right? This is like,
Are they
What
ever
was it?
safe?
And
Right.
Merch is.
yeah,
Well,
we got
yeah.
Formula 51 going on. It's not no
No.
spun job.
Um, um,
Hey, just wait till Shaba finds out that Vesa passed out after a little bit. Like,
I want a
she-
different ship.
yeah, she
I
is.
still communicate with my other ship.
Yeah, well,
I'm
In
not
Drift?
dead.
not in Drift, but
Can you?
No,
What if we quantumly
we haven't
entangled
spent
our
money for that.
communication bays?
you're.
That would be kick ass, but that's level 15.
And I think, yeah, I think other than like Scramjet trying to organize a game of cannons and black holes, and clearly Vector's not into it. Whistlefizz is okay with it. I think other than that,
Vector's still annoyed because I took him away from the fucking tech bay.
yeah, he's kind of annoyed by that.
Mm.
But on the plus side, the transition to the drift drive is smoother since he's been over there.
Mm.
He was able to make the transition phase into drift easier. But yeah, I think we get a bit of like maybe a couple of days pass unless you guys have anything
Oh,
specific else that you're doing in drift.
I was going to say, after we had turned money into drugs and then got money back, we were making guns, which is why I was in the tech bay. Because with Zinfaresh, we get a better cut once we get to Broken Rock, which is where we're headed to right now.
Well, it doesn't get him a better cut, I don't think. I think it just means he can find the black markets.
You're right, right. And then I
He's
get
got
the better
Space
cut.
Pirate.
I
Yeah,
get the 10% cut because I'm a what do you call it?
yeah, because Space
Drug
Pirate,
lord.
yeah, Space Pirate
Drifter?
give him.
Yeah, I'm a grifter, so I get the extra 10%.
Yeah, that's what merch does.
Yeah,
I-
yeah. So, oh, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I will. I mean, okay. So if we're like several days in,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sleep for several fucking days.
No,
I'm gonna sleep for
No,
18
there's all
hours.
kinds of stuff that you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep for 18 hours. I'm gonna wake up with a massive headache. My left arm's gonna be completely asleep because it's like been off of the
Okay.
bed for far too long.
The bonus
And-
of merch and dice is that
Yes.
you don't get a hangover.
True.
Oh.
Well, you haven't drank water for 18 hours, so like you do
Oh,
have a
good
headache,
call.
but as soon as you like drink some water, you're good.
Yeah,
You need some
so
electrolytes. That's what your body craves.
Exactly.
that last week,
Brondo gives
too.
you electrolytes.
okay, I'm gonna get some electrolytes. But can I find Zai and ask him about maybe making a motorcycle?
Oh,
Yeah, we
actually,
can definitely get that done.
Actually, you know what? Because Nurx was already working on that. There's probably a scene where Nurx probably walks by you in the hallway and is like, "Your bike's done. It's in the cargo bay."
You made me a bike?
Yeah, she
Well,
does.
remember they like Ashira and her talk about you getting a bike like sometime.
Right.
Right.
I
So,
like the fact that all the ladies in the crew, Shaba, we need to get you a motorcycle too. Then all the
Yeah.
ladies will ride bikes.
I love it. So I want to ask her,
do you
like,
know how big that bike will be?
Yes.
it'll be
Yeah.
a hoss.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
It'd be sexy. So I want to ask Nurx, like, did you do something to it? Like, is it? You don't seem very friendly, and I just need to
What?
make sure that you haven't done anything that's like.
She's like, "I am a professional. When I build something, I build it to work and I build it to last." Give
Okay.
me a sense motive here, because this is a thing where like, because you're obviously curious about what's going on here.
Yeah, I don't really know, and I think I have a. I can add to that as well. I think it's a +2. Nah, every fucking time. Is
Yeah.
it /R?
Yeah.
Jesus. One
Remember,
day, you
slash
guys.
starts a command.
Yeah.
That's
See,
why I used the other program.
I'm trying to play it out like I'm writing
That's
code.
31 versus, or no, that's 30 versus 32.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's still kind of hard to read what her deal is. Like, you're not even sure if it's necessarily personal with you as much as it is that she just seems to be give everybody new who's the business, everybody who's new
Right.
to
Okay.
business. Like
Okay.
she
So
seems to be fairly hard nosed when it comes to it. New
the
people.
longer that someone has been on Captain Zai's crew, the more likely it makes it feel like you're in Fight Club and you've just spent the first 2 days outside having shit talked to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you live through some shit, then you'll be in. But until
Okay.
then, you're just the outsider trying to hang.
Is
Gotcha.
there actually, that sounds like a good scene. Is there a place where Zai actually talks to Vesa about this, or Vesa confronts Zai about this? Is there a moment there somewhere?
Let's do it the second way. Vesa confronts Zai.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So, are there
Like, yeah,
keys to this bike?
well, like what? Yeah, Nurk's like the keys are in the ignition. Like,
Okay.
because
But right
who's
now,
gonna
you
run
probably
off
don't
with
want
it
to start
here?
it. We're in a spaceship with
Yeah.
limited air.
Right, right. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be taking keys from her or if they were just somewhere
Yeah.
else.
They,
Like, so
they were in
okay.
it. You can put the keys wherever you want. Like Twinkle has like the keys to the buggy on his arm.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could go bug Twinkle.
I
That's
gotta go
also
find
yeah.
Zai.
Yeah. So you find Zai. You
Yeah.
catch up
Oh,
with Zai in the
and
tech lab,
at
probably.
some point you need to sign something for Twinkle. He doesn't care what. In fact, the more random, the better he likes it.
Hold on. I'm not sure if she's worthy of getting having her signature put in my collection just yet.
Wait.
That's fair.
At this point, you'd be the first one with her signature.
True.
She can
Yeah.
date it. That'll make it worth more.
Yeah, but her and I got some beef going on still. Remember all that?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know that, so.
That's
Yeah.
We
right.
got beef.
So Vesa, I think you actually find Zai in the tech lab, like
We
working
got
Okay.
the
on
beef.
building
We
weapons and
got
stuff.
the beef. We got
Right.
the beef.
So,
Actually, no. When you walk in, I'm literally leaned up against the counter, and I have two hands on Goat, just petting him, and the other two
no.
hands are piecing like single kernels of popcorn into my mouth.
okay.
And I
Are
think
you?
this is the random point in time where the goat spits out one of those random commercials and starts talking about
Now, now, Galetian ticklers, for all of your tickling needs. Are you a Kasathan of particular taste? Well, enjoy our forearm shaft stroker at Naughty Nina's. If you want it, then you've seen it over at Naughty Nina's. Ding!
Naughty Nina's is now associated with Purple Codex merchandise. Purple Codex merchandise. Epic, not ethic.
Oh my god. So
So
I
Canon.
see this and be like, your goat's so fucking weird, guy. Like,
Your
what the
robot
and it's
goat.
at that moment that I finally noticed that you're actually in there. And I
Hi.
set down the bowl of popcorn, but I still keep one hand on Goat.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, hello. How can I help you?
Oh, hello.
I have a, and I'm like just a little shaken because this fucking goat is weird. So I'm just like, hey,
It looks like a happy goat that you'd find on Earth.
except
Made of
mechanical.
machines.
goat
Wait,
eyes
at this
are
point, the Glimmer engine alone is,
We've put more into this goat than we have our starships.
I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Yeah.
So
it was mine and Sluff's project after it became part of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
that's
reason that
pretty
the cop car has a spot on the roof that,
The
It
goat
can latch
attaches to like a fucking mini-con.
Okay. I am intrigued.
Hmm.
But that is a
I love
question
it.
for another time. So I have questions. One question, actually. What is Nurx's deal? Does she just does she and does she and Ashira have a thing? And am I getting involved in this thing? Why is she so?
This
I
is
don't know.
the point, Merch, where I want to go in and do the whole routine. So at the end of this, she's convinced that Nurx and Ashira are a thing.
I
Since
totally
she's not
think
here
they
to
are.
defend herself, but I can't.
No, you can't.
So-
You can't. But
All right, so here's how it is. you're new. We
Mhm.
don't really trust new people to start. You have slight bonuses actually when you deal with her because since Ashira trusts you, she trusts you more than a normal new person. Like right
Okay.
now, she completely dislikes Xander. And Sarah, she thinks he's weird, but she'll get over it once you prove yourself to be part of the crew. Until then, you're a liability. And I don't mean that like badly, but you don't stay ahead of the law as long as we have without worrying about things.
Okay.
And even people that technically I love that are now gone, the dark
Mhm.
rat, still
Mhm.
fucked me over once or twice. But I forgave him because he had part of my heart.
Okay. So.
Uh,
Okay.
and that's what makes me a horrible person, forgiving something evil.
I mean, does that really make you
I pulled
horrible
a Batman.
though? just just maybe it makes you kind deep down on the inside.
Eh,
Like way, way, way deep down.
there are
Is that
lots of
shade?
souls that are on my
A
conscience.
little bit. Okay, well, this is good to know.
Okay, so don't take Nurx personally. In all honesty, if she has a problem with you, she is more than yeah, she will definitely let you know. In fact, you might find out because suddenly you can't breathe and you drop to the floor.
Uh, understood. Thank you for the clarity.
But like I said, if anyone has a problem with you on this crew, it's way more likely not to be drama that way, and you'll just know.
Okay, that's good to know. I've lived this like kind of fucked up life of like being in high court. So people are sweet to your face, they talk shit behind your back, and I
Oh
can't
no,
do
and
that
everyone
anymore.
here has that ability.
Sure,
Well, not everyone. Most of us.
sure, but this was just like every day. So I mean, I'm able to
But,
filter through a lot of that bullshit, but this is
I
just
mean,
I don't want to do that anymore.
I better diplomatize for this, otherwise it's going to be way worse.
Oh shit.
Oh, nope. Roll20's like, fuck you, so we won't do that instead.
Okay.
But anyway, how are you adjusting to life on a ship?
It's fine. It's different. I mean, yeah, anything new going on here? And I'm gonna pet your goat while I talk to you.
Okay, well, when you get closer to the goat to attempt to pet it, you feel just a little bit better,
Okay.
right? Like, you're like, my hangover feels just a tad better than it did, and I haven't
Yeah.
drank anything yet.
Yeah, definitely. So how's things here? What's going on? Need to know.
Oh, I was hanging out with Goat because Goat has magical powers.
I mean, I feel them. That's pretty interesting. What's
I too
Well-
did at the weirdest time.
Goat has magical powers. Remember, his heart is the tear of a god?
Goddess. Don't you fucking misgender the divine.
All I'm saying is if you have that much power, if you want one, you can have one.
I want one. Can I have one?
Well, dear, if that's the kind of surgery that you want, yeah, it can be done here. Shaba would be more than happy to make you into... Wait, we don't even have to do that. Here's a magic potion. If you want to have a penis, drink this.
Oh no, I don't want a penis or any of that. I want a goat. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
no.
Whoa!
Okay, so-
Someone misread this conversation
I want a
hard.
Right, that was a natural one.
Oh, wow.
I've
I
had
today
plenty
we
of
learned-
penises.
make
They're
a goat,
fine. I'd
but-
rather have a goat.
Today we learned that
Okay.
Captain Zai does believe in the idea of penis envy.
I mean,
Yes, I completely misread that. Captain's
did.
eyes, sorry.
he should be. And with that, I'm gonna be like, listen, thanks. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna meander out and
Okay,
find
this is
Twinkle.
where
No,
Goat,
Twinkle's
you need to
gone.
do another commercial.
Fuck. Hold on.
Something
Another
about
goat commercial?
octopuses and yeah.
For all of our tentacular customers, we've got a new spectacular product for you. Introducing the Suctopod 5000 with extra posable VI infused suction cups. If you want it, then you've seen it. Over at Naughty Ding.
Naughty News is now associated with Purple Codex merchandise. Purple Codex merchandise. Epic, not ethic.
I
This
love
has
that
been
too.
an epic stream. Not an ethical stream, but an epic stream.
Yeah.
I
That's
second
the
that
way
motion.
we want them, boy.
Oh man, you guys.
Sorry about that, Besa.
It's okay. This is so fun.
Right. I mean, technically I could try and roll for it to make it seem better as you were leaving, but let's leave it awkward this time.
I like awkward. Awkward exits are my favorite. So,
Oh, wait. Since we're still in Drift, and Jester, I can only hear you in the real world.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
I don't know. I
Does
must have
anyone
bumped-
else on board need an armor upgrade?
I don't know. Let's
Or
can't
Shaba,
wear
do you
heavy
need an armor
armor.
upgrade? What kind of armor are you wearing? You
Mm,
can't get it until we see you again, but I could be making it.
I have a D-suit 3.
Oh, okay, then you're doing fine.
Well, yeah, I stole it from what's-his-name ship.
Nice.
Let's see.
And- I just upgraded. I finally finished growing my armor. So I'm up to Preserver Mantle 3.
Is
Glowing?
D-Suit 3 considered light armor?
Yes.
D-Suit 3
Yes,
is
it
light
is.
armor.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm on the I'm on the old D-Suit too.
What the
Ah.
fuck am I
alright.
wearing? Let me check.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I don't know, because you're not,
I'm wearing regimental dress too.
easy anymore. Oh, that's hot.
All right. So you guys are checking your gear then,
Yeah,
and
it would have been something we would have discussed before we went into Drift.
all right.
Since the tech base on the big ship.
Twinkle, where does Vesa find you at?
Probably, I would say probably actually in his quarters working on projects.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you managed to locate Twinkle in his quarters. Twinkle, you hear the door.
It's
assuming.
open.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, fuck.
So, are you busy? Do you have a minute? I have some. I just want to chat.
You know, I'm pretty busy. How
Sure,
about
yeah.
we do this,
No.
2 weeks from
No.
Friday?
No. Twinkle, you're
Yeah,
doing it wrong. You gotta go
no.
like this. Now, watch me, because you gotta do the fucking camera things too. You go. Can you wait a minute? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
He's not as awkward as Garrus.
He also
I like
probably...
to think he has a little bit more class than Garrus, and maybe just a touch yet of innocence.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna blow you off and be like, no, I just need like.
Whoa, that's not what
just a
Naughty
sec.
Nina's Porn Emporium is for.
We're not blowing him off. There's a difference. Jeez. I need purple here. There needs to be another lady in here. Anyway.
Right?
It wouldn't help.
That might as well be one, I guess.
No, not a bit. I was just, I was wondering. We had that
Uh-huh.
little encounter with that guy. What was his name? Error. And I've been wondering how do you know him?
Why does it
Tell me.
matter to you how I know the person that no one is supposed to know about?
Well, because you say it like that. So, I just, it's been heavy on my noggin. And it's always nice to have a little bit of information. And, I could ask you.
Okay, so. Error. Well, let's just say I met him maybe 3-4 years ago. We were
They
playing a
fuck-
game of cards, and, well, I might have won a ship from him. And so I took that ship and decided to do a little bit of smuggling on my own. I think she died.
my shit fucking died.
Oh
Ooh.
God, I
no.
missed all of it, and I'm so sour. Bullshit
So,
fucking internet.
Two,
Okay, say
two,
it
3
again, I'm
years
sorry.
ago, yeah, I met her at a game of cards, you see. And, well, he didn't have any credits left, so he put his ship up for grabs. And, I may or may not have, well, won that game of cards and taken that ship from him. Did some smuggling on my own for 2-3 years. Then I defeated an intergalactic empire all by my lonesome, except there was this annoying kid. And some old man, too. Oh, they had these 2 annoying androids with them.
Oh god.
Yo, what the fuck's going on anymore?
He's just making a giant Star Wars reference.
Yeah, I was
Is
about
that
to
what
say
you're
halfway
doing?
through. Was his name
That is
I'm
like,
gonna
Ringo?
roll a motherfucking bluff check on you.
Yeah, I was about
I
to
was
say.
gonna sense motive there.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
No,
you
what is
totally
it?
I
know.
was gonna say
You're
that
like,
was a bluff.
you're like,
Zoom.
Shit.
you're like, who the fuck would believe this? Yeah, that's your.
Jesus Christ. All right. So is that okay? Can I we just continue until my internet dies again?
Yeah, let's just go with it. This is perfect. This is like good
Okay.
narrative.
Okay. So, I've seen that movie and you weren't in it. So why don't we get the
You
real
didn't
fucking-
recognize me? Oh, I was extra number 34 in the back that got blown up.
No, you were the
you're-
stormtrooper that hit their head on the fucking top of the.
Oh yeah.
the-
So good.
You picked the
Well-
shortest character possible to do that in this current situation, though.
I know that makes it funnier.
That's good stuff. Well, I mean, I guess if you don't want to tell me, then I'll just ask Zai or someone else who's been here for a while and see what they know. I mean, doesn't hurt me any. I was just curious.
It's not that they would know anything about it. It's just I'd rather forget those times. That was a different Twinkle. Did you crash again?
No, I can hear you. I just can't
Oh,
see
okay.
anybody.
I can hear
Okay.
it.
Oh no.
Right, I'm having issues at the moment with Roll20 as
Uh-oh.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a younger Twinkle, a more innocent Twinkle, a dumber Twinkle. I'd rather not go back to that Twinkle. That's why I'd just rather leave that back in the past where that belongs. You can ask other people, you're just not going to find any information, because I haven't told any of them about it.
Well, okay.
Who died?
I mean, oh no, who's gone now?
I'm still here.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, I get that. We've all done stupid shit in
Ah.
the past. I understand. I mean, did I lose you guys?
No,
You know-
we-
Nope.
Fucking
Sorry.
computer, I'm sorry.
You know, here you came trying to, I don't know, dig up dirt on me, and can I just say it's not gone very well for you.
Well, I'm not really trying to dig up dirt. That's the thing. I'm just really curious. Like, you think
Ah.
it's blackmail or something else, but at the end of the day, it's just interesting. And I'd like to know more. And at this point, I think I'd like to roll a diplomacy check.
Make it so.
Just what happens. And I believe I've got that's a 29. And then I
What would
also
I need
have
to
an
roll?
envoy.
Yeah, that's right. You also have your bonus for being an envoy, the extra dice.
Uh-huh. So it's I can either re-roll this or I can add my expertise to it.
Your
So,
choice. It looks
um,
like hovering over the number, your initial roll was 9, and then plus your 20 for whatever. So depends. Do you think you can roll better than a 9 on the dice next time?
probably not because roll 20 is a bastard.
Oh, okay.
Um,
All right.
So I'll add
How
my
would-
expertise to it.
All right. So go ahead and roll your expertise dice.
And it's a +2 still?
Mhm.
Okay. So what is
So
that?
what is it?
37?
37. So how does she seems to be trying to be really nice to you?
What would I need? Sense motive?
Um, I think in this case, it's just sort of a judgment call on she's being
Mhm.
really, really nice to you. Uh,
She
how
is.
much does that? How much or she? How much like leeway does that get with you? Like how much mileage does she get out of being real nice? 'Cause I'm not gonna make you be like, oh, I'm gonna spill all my secrets because I didn't make a roll. You know. Um,
Anybody else on this ship, and I would say, no, get out of my room. However, you don't really fit in with this dichotomy. Everybody else has got either something to prove or something to hide, and you actually just kind of. It's right if I be a little honest.
Yeah.
You seem like someone who has no clue in the first thing they're doing here.
Um,
Ah,
God, right on the money, aren't
hit
you?
him. Hit him.
No, I'm not gonna hit him because he might actually be right. I just came looking for
Jesus.
my friend.
Just watching a fucking murder over here.
So,
So
I
why
guess
don't you tell me
keeping.
what's really going on?
Mm, well, keeping that in mind, I guess it can't hurt. Okay, so how to explain? Let me just pull up my notes on that real quick. 2 seconds.
Fine.
It's been a minute or two. Hold on.
That's all right.
Hopefully. Well, this is an SSD. There it is. Okay. Because I'm trying to remember which part he actually played. Oh, okay. Uh, so it was a part of a job we tried to pull on Absalom. Well, I was new to town. I was looking for somewhere, anywhere I felt to fit in, and found myself a nice little heist ring with a couple of guys, and yeah, I happened to be one of them. We were, well, trying to hit this piece of Xenotech at an art exhibit, and shit went tits up. It may or may not have been my fault. Something happened. I don't know. Either Sticky Finger Man. Oh, what was his name?
Warp.
I think he just went by Warp. Well, he ended up getting. He didn't make it out. Rest of us managed to. We're not sure who tipped off the guards at the end of the day, but here I am. I wasn't too welcome in that group after that. The leader decided to blame the new guy. As a
Oh, so
ranking
it's not just short
FNG.
guy complex with you.
What's that?
So it's not just short guy complex. You literally do get blamed all the time for being
As
the
as
new
the
guy.
as the ranking FNG, I'm sure you understand.
I do.
Mm,
And
so
go ahead.
there, no dark elaborate secrets, no ties to any intergalactic mumbo jumbo bullshit. Just a guy who got caught up in a heist that went wrong, and well, he made it out too. Makes me wonder where the rest of that crew got to. Far as I know, Warp's probably still doing time. It wasn't that long ago.
Well,
Hmm,
Error did tell you that that Data and his muscle were in the Marixa Republic.
that's right. I guess, well, as he said, Data and Bells moved to the Republic, but that's
Well,
life.
no
I
one
get it.
knows what happened to Secret, so
It's a
Far,
secret what happened to Secret.
Yeah,
that's right.
I get
So
that.
again, no exciting stuff. Just embarrassment. I'd rather not talk about.
And we won't. I thank you. Thank you. I have been so curious, and I know curiosity killed the cat, but so far I'm still here. Um,
No.
I understand. making stupid choices and having to live with them and trying to run from them. And
Now, it sounds
Um,
like there's a story there. I know you're not in any position to share, but I would be more than curious.
yeah, uh, how about we go have coffee sometime?
Coffee.
And since you shared your little bits with me, I'll share my little bits with you. But maybe not today, because my little bits are still pretty fresh. And I
You're
don't.
starting to break up.
Ah,
Yeah.
fuck off. I hate this fucking shit. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your anger fixed it.
Oh,
I
good.
was
I'm
going to
so
say,
glad.
you kind of cut out at because, but maybe another day because my little bits.
Oh, my little bits, they're here. Hi. They're still real fresh. And it's still real hard to talk about right
I
now.
understand. Yeah, coffee sometimes sounds good. Beats
Be
half the
friends,
company
Aaron.
on this ship.
Okay.
I
Can we
think
be friends?
Maybe friends is too generous of a word so far, but maybe we'll get there.
How about friendly?
Friendly, I like that.
Okay. We'll be friendly.
I think I think I want to jump over here. There's a real fun scene that I don't want to miss here. So Scramjet and Whistlefizz are playing cannons and black holes, and Shaba does something. Go ahead and narrate that.
Well, as quietly as she can, she's walking down the hall towards Scramjet's room, wearing nothing but her panties, and she literally will kick the door open, throw in a battery pack, and yell, "Fireball!"
Oh God! Yeah, they all start screaming and running the fuck around, trying to get out the door past you. Like you, you literally have recently thrown fireballs at your friends. They are not taking that for shit for granted for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And then we cut.
And she just walks away.
I didn't ask how many of my allies stand beside me. I said I cast fireball!
and, and then we cut back over real quick to you guys were going your destination. I can't remember. You guys were drifting to going in drift to. You said either Broken Rock or back to
Broken
Planet
Rock.
Z. Broken Rock. That's right, because it would have been longer for Planet Z.
Broken Rock.
You guys do manage to come out of drift, and
Yeah.
by Broken Rock.
All right. Just so you know.
The first time Vesa sees it, is Vesa by a window to look.
Oh, no. We definitely would have been prepared for that. Let's see. Who all hasn't been to Broken Rock? So, Ashni, Vesa.
No, Ashni's been here.
Okay, fine.
Twinkle, you've been here.
Have I been here before?
Yeah, because they stopped here
No,
before
because we
they
stopped
went.
by to pick up merch. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked
All
up
right,
merch
so
and
actually, yeah, I'll have to have the talk with her. So, like, I'll have her come up to the bridge so she can watch it happen on monitor. And then as it's happening, I'll be like, all right, so here's the deal. If you ever tell anyone how to get here, they'll kill you after they try to kill me.
Okay.
So don't tell anyone how to get here. And if you want to quit, this is the place to do it.
Well,
Oh,
I
and
don't
while
have
you're here,
anywhere
you'll
else.
want to pay your dues so you can be a space pirate.
How much are the dues? And I don't feel like quitting just yet.
I'm sure actually that if there were dues, that your 100 credits that you got this week would cover that.
Okay.
But no,
And then
it has to be on drugs, or not drugs, frivolous stuff.
I
Well,
mean, is
it-
that
it
considered
basi-
frivolous thing?
Well, basically, she's covered by the fact that she's part of your crew at this point. Like
Oh
to
yeah,
be
so you just
actually
need to
recognized,
register.
to be recognized as an actual captain of a ship, then there's then you start having to pay like dues for your ship and whatnot. Your crew is essentially like,
So
yeah.
that will be the extra 10% that I would have got goes back to them because I made guns. So
Okay.
yeah, we break even. It's cool, but they're happy.
Okay. I don't think
Is
Xander's
Zared
been
in
here
here?
either.
Zeradan is not around. And neither
Motherfuckers.
is Vames either. Rigo
What
Rez is
about?
around. though.
That's fine, but what about Chunder?
Chunderbucket Charlie.
Chunderbucket Charlie, he's
Right. I
rarely
always
here.
want to say Chumbuck or Chumbucket, not Chunder. So there's that problem.
Chunderbucket Charlie, he's rarely here unless there's some big shit going on. He is not around at the moment.
Man, I always have the possibility. Ooh,
There is a possibility to
Jakara.
run
Is
into
Jakara's
him.
here?
Nah, he's out
I
being
had to
an
try.
asshole. He's
Okay.
out being an asshole on the phone. You know yeah, because I actually specifically was warning the menagerie that of all the NPCs they could run into out there, they want to try to avoid Jakara's because that's
Jakar
not
is
somebody.
an asshole.
Well, because Jakara's is much higher level than they are, so Jakara's and the Death Hammer are a match for the Fire Shrike and the Blue Ember, well outclassing the menagerie. So
Though I did receive news today that the menagerie is now wearing hand-me-down Captain's Eye originals.
No shit.
Elgas made them some Captain Azai original suits.
Elgas is with them?
Not
Well,
wait,
no,
no,
they just know
he's on,
Elgas.
they don't even know him. He's just on Planet Z right now. He's in New Bluff Point.
Oh, gotcha.
The Chorus had him make custom armor for them, and whatnot. So, yeah, more ripple effect.
Don't get all excited. Elgas has a life.
Yeah, he's no, he's not
All right.
hanging out with.
So
One day we'll turn on the TV and Scrump's children's show will be on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus
Yeah.
a sheer
We all
rookie,
got
8.
thanks.
So
Sweet.
one of the things that I made for everyone is this,
Yep. So
because
It's
I
a
finally had
Nice.
time to
I'm a
make some
human
stuff.
and I can't see shit in the dark.
So everyone that wants to can take one of these.
Yeah, I'll take one.
so
As far as it goes, it's completely like something that you could hide under your skin and works even if you like get kicked out in the middle of nowhere for 4 days. So that's pretty cool.
Heck, I have dark vision and I'm taking it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'd like one too.
Yeah,
And
I
they're
did
super
the-
cheap. That's the best part.
well,
Where
add
did-
it
where
into
did
your
we get
equipment. It'll be in your equipment. You'll go when you go to your equipment. You'll go down to where it says show inventory. You'll hit the add button, and it'll
Okay.
bring up a line that you can put that on.
Okay.
I just
So
why can't I be a dusk walker in this setting too? Then I would have dark vision.
you're
I can we can schedule a surgery to give you dark vision.
True.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could just get robo parts.
yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I mean,
Bad as he
That's
had a
up to
fucking
you.
vampire voice
Um,
modulator.
I'm a
Mhm.
much better nurse than I am a doctor.
I just do good at magic. I'm not one of those people who can auto dock themselves like Ezzy probably could.
So, yeah, you've managed to make it through. And for those of you who have never been here, Broken Rock there is this massive asteroid, and it's essentially one side has a big like cavern or bowl indentation where there is a small city of piracy built there. You see some ships coming and going. You see ships docked. There is, a bit of a bubble for atmosphere and whatnot. There are massive broadside guns placed all around the perimeter of this thing. And as you land, and sort of disembark, the streets are a riot of sound and business, as pirates, sell their goods to, underhanded black marketeers and,
Guns,
do,
guns,
and
guns.
Ahoy,
into
me matey!
get into
Ivy.
fights and get drunk, and there's loud public drunkenness and lewdness and obnoxiousness in the streets. It is a outlaw settlement.
Maybe
It is everything that you expect a space
Right.
pirate base to look like.
If
Space
you want to
pirate.
ride your
sell you-
motorcycle, this would probably be the time.
Captain Yardley cereal.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna jump on top of it and then ask for a helmet.
Yes, Captain Yardley's cereal, of course.
Nurks,
There's
please make fun of her for asking for a helmet.
I think your armor should have a helmet on it.
Oh, that's right, it does. So just, and I remember that it does. I'm like, never mind.
I love the idea that you're just like, wait a minute, awkward.
My bad,
Uh,
you guys.
Yeah, but yeah, it's big enough you can ride around and whatnot. Like you, Zai, are greeted at the pad by some low-level functionary that apparently works for Rigo Rez, and is like Captain Volvetto, or what? He's like, didn't expect you back so soon. Normally your runs out there are quite a bit substantially longer.
Oh, apparently you were unaware. I've been stuck in the core for the last few days.
He goes, well, he goes,
Very strange.
he's like, you here for business, or are you here for just shore leave? What's this? What brings you
It always
back?
turns into a bit of shore leave, sir. Where's Rigo at? Not that I don't enjoy this conversation I'm having with you.
It's like, oh, Rigo? He's like, yeah, he's back at his townhouse. Yeah, this is all I can escort you there.
That's fine, because honestly, it's one of those things where I show up and he's not here. Seems like my reputation is not that cool here anymore. Used to be I had a big show when I got here.
Yeah, well, nobody was expecting you back so soon, for one.
Nah,
for
and
another
you know as well as I do, I show up randomly. I'm here to to grab some supplies that I can't make myself, and drop off some money because I've made some, drugs and weapons along the way. And then head back to deal with my planet.
is understood. He's like, and he kind of looks around it a bit, and he's like, so who are you taking with you, like, to go see Riga Rez?
Well, let's try it this way. Marco,
Polo.
Polo.
all of
Polio.
those people. Plus
Wait,
Tix
fuck.
Pit and Oshni.
Well, they all got polo shirts. I got polio, so
Oh,
guess
no.
that
Nah,
just
you've
means
been
that I get to be
vaccinated.
president.
Wow.
Hey, it means I
Too
get to be
soon,
president.
man.
So
Too soon.
you
It's been
so yeah, you're
20 years.
he takes you, like, the way to Riga Rez's house. This is a formality, and as much as anything. And you kind of get there, and of course you're all treated with a certain amount of respect, but obviously the guards are still armed, very well. In
Right.
fact,
Everybody. Are they doing a weapons check or what?
Are you kidding me? This is a space pirate community. Their philosophy is, I'm safe if I have guns, and I expect that you feel safer if you have guns. So if we all have guns, it's not a problem.
An armed
Until
society
it
is a
is.
polite
So-
society, so they would say.
You're basically
Yeah.
saying
like
that
it.
the NRA runs this place.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's
There's less
more,
bureaucracy than that.
yeah, they're
Nice. I like that,
there's-
actually. Less bureaucracy.
think about the attitude that pirates in the Age of Sail would have had, and biker gangs of current have. Like, not only are you expected to have a weapon, you're expected to keep your weapon in good condition, because you live a violent life with a violent trade. So,
That is true. I bet everyone on the crew would have fun if we did the race to see who could reassemble their weapon the fastest.
so you basically, but yeah, you manage to you go inside, and you go to like his office, such as it were. Unlike offices of other rich, important people, where you would expect to see rows upon rows of books and like a vague cigar smell and blah blah blah. Nope, his books are kind of scattered, and there are definitely like plenty of reading material here, but it all seems to be towards a purpose. And there's more than just a bottle of expensive cognac on the table. He's got a full wet bar in his office, and on his table, he's got like a computerized holographic display that seems to have the details for some job or another. Looks like it's got some space routes going through the diaspora and whatnot. And he's studying them, and he's got a flask in his hand, and takes a drink off of it, and looks over at puts it down on the table, and he looks over. He goes at a servant, and he goes, I'm empty here. Just grab me the bottle. All right, dude. Just grab the bottle, the whole thing. That'd be rad. Thanks, man." And he's like, and he kind of he one when you come in, he's like, he kind of turns around. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "Right on, man." He's like, "What's going on? What's going on, Captain Volvetto?" And he comes over and gives you a handshake. He's like, "Sorry, I'm a little bit occupied. I've got this totally bodacular heist plan. We're going after an Abador core ship. Fat, rich merchants, they'll never know what hit them. Be in and out like that. Anyway, you don't want to know my business. I'm sure you're here for a purpose. What can I do for you?"
Well, I need some chips, some library chips before we go. And let's see, would he be the one that I'd talk to about setting up like a trade route between them and Zai, or
I
Planet
think
Zai
I
specifically?
think actually I think you handled that on your last visit.
Did I?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I just
It
wanted
was
to
one
make
of the
sure
big
they got a little piece of the pie. I know that our Efreet, or not our Efreet, our Tiefling friend gets a little bit of the pie because he's part of that.
right.
But yeah, because we want to dip the noodle with the captains in this as well.
He's like,
But yeah, I need some things that I can actually make on my own. Other than that, we'll be gone tomorrow, unless something comes up.
"Right on. Surprised you're back for this long. The word is the time limit on your diplomatic immunity ran out like days ago."
Like what, about a week now?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I would have actually liked to have gone to Absalon Station because King Kearney and I still need a fucking boxing match. But I didn't want to push my luck that hard.
Yeah,
So
probably a no-go zone.
this is the safest place in the pact in core for me to be. So here I am.
He's like, "Well," he says, "you know the drill, you know the lay of the land." He says, "You give me a list of what you're looking for, we'll give you a list of what we can get for you. And, meantime, uh, it's like, mi casa, su casa. If you, says,
Are the keepers of the secret currently here?
no, man, they just left. They were here almost a week ago, and they
Makes
took
sense.
off. They said they had some weird gig in another system somewhere. I don't remember where.
I've
Was
Honestly,
it the
been
I'm
there.
Vesperium?
honestly no, not the Vescarium. They've been back. They did that tour a while back.
Oh yeah,
God, I'm honestly amazed that I can remember anything after those guys leave. You know what I mean?
I
I
do
know
know
what you
what you mean.
mean.
I point at Shaba and I'm like, example A.
Well, he
Oh wait,
like
Shaba,
he
are you here or are you actually just wandering, by
Oh no, I
yourself?
came with you, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna go wander.
yeah,
All right,
and
that's fine.
I think he actually like looks over like he actually looks at Vesa because Vesa was like, "Yeah, pretty much." He's like, "This is the first time like he's like you've been here." And he's like, "Oh, new crew, huh?" He's like,
Yeah, we got another rich girl.
"Ri-
Why do you have to introduce me like
"Rich?" Like he kind of chuckles. He goes, "You get some of the most interesting individuals. You have to tell me the story sometime. Maybe later over some
Mm.
maybe
Oh,
later over some. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, um, the Zangleberry gin. You got a case of that? You got a case of that? Or two?
um,
Yeah. I don't know if Nurx has got any in stock to sell or whatnot, but I like
well,
to put a case on the ship, for special occasions. Especially when I get done with this job, man. I think it'd be
let's
completely
just
rad
go
to share
ahead
it
and
with the crew.
call her so you have to switch back and forth between these two voices. Um, Now, you definitely have Nurx on comm, right? If not, I'll give him Nurx's number so he can just set it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Otherwise, I honestly haven't been keeping track of her stores. I know that if you need another shipment of gin, we currently have like 9 barrels. I'd part with 6.
He's like, oh man, he said that'd be rad. It's like the celebration when we take this Abadar ship. I want it to be the stuff of memory. Like nothing makes the crew like feel more bonded to the cause, right? And other than a great party after a hard day of plutin, looting and plundering, right?
Okay, for a second I thought you said Putin and I got super confused.
Nope, I almost
A
said plutin.
hard day of Putin.
A
Why
hard day.
I
Putin?
mean, it might be a hard day.
Um, Merch would probably
Fantastic.
interject himself in this conversation and go, by the way, I think that if you haven't met me, at least maybe you've heard of me. I am Matthias Merch Dieschburg, and I hear that you are going on a raiding party later from the conversations that is currently happening. If your associates, your crew, your family happen to need an extra kick, some sort of marching powder or some sort of strength serum, if you catch my drift, and he like puts his finger near his non-existent nose, and goes, I am more than happy to, for a modest fee, supply.
He's like he just kind of he looks over it and he goes and he looks startled for a second. He looks at Zai. It looks at you, Zai, and he goes, "Oh well, man, your house plant just talked."
Like stares deadpan at him.
Oh,
He's
right.
heard
Aren't
that
you
one
like in
so
a
many times.
tiny Armani suit?
No, I'm in a tiny lab coat.
Tiny
That's
lab
right.
coat.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, and you took head medical officer, right? Or
No,
did you
I'm
take
head
science
scientist.
officer?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I introduced you as this. I'm like, oh, yes, lots of new crew. This is. He already said who he was, but he took over head science officer. Glycel, frankly, had too much on his plate anyway.
And Merch at that point like rolls his eyes and under his breath goes, "I'll see."
Yeah, well, you actually remember now that there's that issue you need to deal with, like because Glycel sent you a message about Merch trying to utilize untested chemicals on patients.
Merch is being mean to me.
No, it wasn't about that. He didn't give a shit about that. He's worried. He's more concerned about the
Oh,
patient.
shit.
Yeah.
Do we bring the fucking Kronos?
The Kronos.
Kronos?
Yeah, well, they were just out of cryogenic stasis.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
the cryos. We haven't even fucking done anything with them.
I was
Rex
like,
Yeah,
can
we
pick up
completely
some
have
fucking-
ignored them this whole time.
Well, Rex
Kronos.
Tolak and Dun Losif is perfectly happy to wait and see what's happening. She's just confused. Rex Tolak would probably have would have probably sent a message through Merch or whoever was dealing with him
Mm-hmm.
It
that
is definitely.
he'd like to speak to Zai at some point.
It is one of those things where, like, we literally had tons of time and we completely spaced it.
We fought so hard to get those guys.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And and here's the thing.
I'm
Like,
gonna say, in my defense, I did watch myself get killed like 50 times today.
you
So,
have actually had, the amount of time you've had go in
oh
drift,
yes,
you've
that's true.
actually had a lot going on in terms of, yeah, it's reasonable that Zai would have forgotten a few issues here and there because, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they're tied to a bumper, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Captain,
Yes.
one other thing. Did you like tell everyone about the video?
Um,
Because
I guess so.
currently Nurx and Twinkle and you know about it, and Serold, but it's up to you whether you release that information to the rest of the crew.
I'm gonna say honestly, my crew is all a bunch of psychotics and fucking crazies, and the ones that aren't psychotic or crazy have no real reason to be there here other than the fact that they're fond of adventure. So I'm gonna go with no. Um, I'd probably show Tix Pit, but I don't actually have a good reason for why. But I'd still probably show him. I'd be like, hey, check this out.
Well, Tixpit is nominally your bodyguard, right? So there's reason
Yeah.
enough.
And you could show your chief science officer who, could like analyze the video.
Oh,
stuff.
that is true. I didn't actually think about showing merch.
Yeah.
I guess merch would enjoy a good snuff film.
I mean,
So yeah, at some point while we were still in drift, I would have fucking done all of that.
oh, can I make a roll, Jesta? I know it's kind of impeding on the current scene.
I was gonna say technically, if you were taking 20, it makes sense that it happens now too.
Actually, I would say that what you recognize out of this is whoever is doing this very much has an obsessive, very much has an obsession with Zai in particular, and you would recognize the sort of urge to kill and the sort of stalker sort of mentality. Like, whoever did this clearly planned shit out. Like,
Yeah.
just the gas pit, just the fire pit alone.
Yeah.
Let
So they're
alone
organized.
there was a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a plan going into every one of these.
I would
It
definitely.
still feels like it's me killing me.
Yeah, I would definitely tell Zai like Captain. I would tell you that this person is in the organized subcategory of what I would consider to be a serial killer of some sort. He seems that he's going to be following. He seems to be following a pattern, and the pattern is mainly you.
And yeah, there is a very personal element to this.
Yeah,
There's a very personal element to it.
Whoever this is, you have either made a mortal enemy or someone has had something happen to their brain and you are the first thing that they saw.
Yes. I've also considered that it's a clone of me, but none of them have the scar that I have on my left hand, so I can't prove it.
Well, more to the point, they're wearing gloves every time you.
Ooh, see,
so,
now I think it even more.
You know.
I still think it's Nahir.
Yeah, there are lots of possibilities in play. For the most part, I'm only mostly disturbed. But I think I'm handling it quite nicely as I take another drink of blue grog.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Rigo is probably is like, whoa, what are you talking about here?
Oh, man. Just between us girls? I just show him the first scene in the fire pit.
He's like, he looks at you and he goes, how did you manage to make it out of that?
He did.
I mean, it doesn't look like you did.
Regeneration.
Is Serold there? Because Serold's just going to look from this person to the captain and say, I believe he might be on narcotics.
He is.
I'm there too,
say,
right?
I'll let that
Yeah,
stand.
you're there. You're there.
I'm
I'm
fucking horrified.
Oh,
well,
I
he
thought
didn't.
was
He only
just
showed the
that kind of
video like
person.
Well, he only showed the video to Rigo Rez.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
He just
No,
took
no,
his
no,
like
I'm
phone
sorry.
and just.
but there is a reaction but you do overhear
Yeah.
the reaction of, how did you make it out of that? Didn't even look like you did.
And yeah, anyone that wants to, my second bluff check of 23 plus 1d6 is actually what you need to beat.
uh, yeah.
So if you want to see if I was lying, that's a 27 you need to beat.
How do we see
Yeah.
if you're lying?
I mean, I know that you're
That would be
lying.
a
So,
that would be
Well,
a
yeah,
sense
I've definitely made it
motive.
apparent.
I want to know.
See, Shaba, you know that I don't have regeneration.
Hang on.
Exactly.
Vesa,
I
if you
keep my
don't know,
mouth
you
quiet.
believe me.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, you get a d6. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I still think that.
No, you did.
No.
You beat it by
Oh.
one now.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so-
was definitely lying.
Yeah. Whatever it was that he was showing to Rigo and Rigo was talking about it. And he just kind of nods and he hands it back to you and he goes, sea turtles. And he he just kind of
You know,
Right?
I
Oh,
was.
that reminds me. This is Oshni. He is also new. You should definitely hang out with this guy.
actually he knows Oshni because Oshni came from his ship. He sent Oshni
Yeah.
to
Oh
you.
yeah, that's right.
He was like, that's why Oshni talks the way he does because he was with. That's why they sound similar is because Oshni learned from serving with Rigo Rez. Rigo actually probably greets him and is like, "Yo, Oshni, what's up, buddy?" Oshni's like, "Oh, nothing, man. It's
Well,
a big
imitation is the sincerest form
bodactylar."
of flattery.
Yeah, they have that bro moment.
At this point, I would just say like, you know, I was offering drugs to your crew to make them fight better, but you just seem like you would be a good consumer in general. Would you like my number for any time I'm in town?
He scratches his head. He's like, maybe. But right now, I gotta finish this. I gotta finish planning this job, man. It's gonna be.
All right. Well, like I said, my friend, we'll be out of your hair tomorrow, and we're going to ports. We'll see you later.
All right, man. Have a good time. And tell the bartender I said they're late with their cut, and then wink at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to send some of the NPCs to do our shopping while
Okay.
we go to ports.
That's probably a good idea. Does anybody explain who exactly Rigo Rez is to Vesa, or Vesa? You could potentially make a culture check. He is famous enough.
I could
Yeah,
make a
that's
culture
true.
check.
Might be a good idea to explain it to Merch too, because Merch doesn't have
Oh.
culture.
So,
As far as he was
Rigo-
concerned, this is an idiot stoner.
no, Rigo's actually got a lot of fucking reputation here. In general, he's got a good reputation.
Yeah.
I've known him for a long time. I've been through some shit with him, and he's helped me get out of a couple of hard spots.
Well, that sounds.
And then Vesa,
interesting.
you still learn stuff because you did culture.
Yeah.
It's widely believed that he's one of the free captain pirate lords. It's widely believed that he's one of the free captain council.
How many ships do I have to have before I get the title as Pirate Lord? Because that seems cooler than Commodore.
Honestly, you were offered a chance to. You were at one point offered a chance to
that
join
was
the
when you were trying to
council.
get me to be in politics here, and I was like, no. And then you're like, how about sovereignty? Now you have to do politics.
Well, there was a thing that was like, you were like, I don't really know if I want to get that involved with the free captain. So I was like, okay, well, there's other shit for you to get involved with. Like,
Yes, there is. I think reptoids and clones and greys is. Oh yeah. Did
yeah,
Quevelin come with us?
yeah, equivalent is on with you, but remember they know about Squishy. So
No. Wait,
the
do they
free
still know
cap-
about Squishy?
the free captains, it's a little hard to erase all of the free captains. One, there's a lot of them. Two, they're always on the move. Not the one guy may be serving on one ship 1 week and another ship another week.
I
They're
understand all that.
they're aware of Squishy, although he's treated with a more like legend status because there are people who have seen him and remember it.
Well,
There are people who have
I
seen him and
definitely
have
introduced Quevlin
seen him. Yeah.
to Rigo and I think at him, I'm like, be polite and say hello. This one warrants some
Yeah,
diplomacy.
there's a moment of silence and Rigo just kind of nods his head sagely and looks at you and he goes, "How is it you're the only captain I know of that served with two of these? There's so many people you know what? Wanna Before you leave town, story time. Bottle of bottle of that Zangleberry gin, and we'll hash this out, right?"
Uh, yeah. Did Nurks have enough to sell him a case?
Yeah, Nurk says when she's not on duty at the station, she always seems to have more free time than she actually does. Because,
Well, no. She just is really good at multitasking.
yeah,
So I need you to take off a case of Zangleberry Gin and then give Nurk some money so that she can upgrade her armor because we forget that she probably needs an upgrade to armor as well.
actually, you tell you what, you go ahead and get rid of that case off of your inventory, and I add some money for
I
that.
will
Then,
take that.
okay. So,
Edit.
you know what, we'll do that much. There you go. All right. Yeah. Um. Although I think oh shit, although I have upgraded her armor. She's got
Oh,
a
good.
D suit 3. She's in a D suit 3, so she's doing pretty good.
Good.
But that doesn't mean
That's
there isn't
fine.
other shit she can't buy. Either way, but yeah, this is Broken Rock, and you're kind of like you have now officially Vesa, you have now officially met one of the pirate lords. And Zai, that's a thing that
So I know it's like 4, 5.
next time a spot comes open, you can always make the decision to campaign for it. You have
That
some
is
support.
true, but we'll see.
I was gonna say if a spot
I
ever
have a
opens,
lot on my plate. Being a pirate
yeah,
lord is probably more work than I want.
yeah, that's true. Um, but your name also carries quite a bit of weight, so you throwing support behind a particular candidate is also worthwhile too. Because
Right?
you did
No.
throw your
That's
support
why
behind.
Zeradin and Vames are both lords right now, right?
That's why Zeradin is anyway. Vames made it through on his own because you could at the time that they were both up for it, you could only
Oh
endorse
yeah, I
one.
gave my support. I was like, look, man, I already gave my support to him. Otherwise, I would completely back you. If I could back both of you, I would.
Vames got on because he earned a lot of support when another position opened up and you were off doing other shit. Um,
Yeah.
he
But
had
anyway,
enough support. There was because
so
well, beating you in a fist fight is worth a certain amount of like credibility on the streets of Broken Rock.
no, definitely.
Basically,
And
uh,
ironically, for having the fearsome reputation of Captain Zai, I get my ass kicked in fistfights a lot.
Yeah.
this is kind of true. Um, uh,
Yeah, Vesa, every fistfight that I've gotten into on purpose, I've lost
So does
badly.
that mean that if we fight and I win, I get street cred?
pretty much,
Possibly, but I'm not going to fight you. In fact, if you try to fight me, I'm going to have you keel haul.
yeah.
I don't know what that means because I'm not a
They're
very
going
good
to
pirate.
attach a rope to you and drag you behind the ship. Actually, no. That's
Actually,
where you
underneath the
attach
ship.
the rope and drag them underneath the ship. But that doesn't work unless there are space barnacles.
Even if
There
they're
might
not,
be.
I bet I can put some on there.
They're called
That
sparkles.
sounds kind of
That's
fun.
okay, Captain.
So
If she challenges you, she can fight me.
yeah,
That's a
gonna
bad
end
idea.
differently.
You don't want to do that. She's not going to hold back.
That ends badly. Shama
Yes, as
has,
someone found out.
Who was it that you? Was it Daniel that you fucking like kicked the
yeah,
shit out of?
Tavis.
Travis, yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
I
Tavis?
tell you about that, Vesa. There was a guy named Tavis, and I was like, "You're gonna spar with Shaba today," and Shaba just whooped his ass for no reason.
Yeah, 'cause
She
it was a
just unloaded on
technomancer
him
versus
like
an
he was the
envoy.
devil.
I
And
love that.
so that's why you're not going to fight Shaba.
Okay, that's probably for the best. And
Honestly, I'll just do
yeah.
hand to hand, and she sets out both her venom blades from her palms. How did you see
Oh,
it?
yeah, so maybe another time. I don't need street cred. I'm fine. I'm good.
Right. As far as it goes, street cred is not all it's. I mean, you're already the selfies come out and it's you and me, and we're drinking sunrises at boards. Uh, you're gonna be a terrorist, so you automatically have cred now.
Oh, I don't know if I want any photos of me out and about.
It's too
Oh,
late,
come
sweetie.
on.
That's what we
It's
do.
basically too late
Have you not
anyways.
seen our propaganda videos that go out?
I have seen them, and I don't want to be in them.
It's
Well,
You
too
see, for
late.
like
You've
the
been in
first...
two that
No,
have fucking been
no, no,
released
no.
already.
See, you've seen the
Why on
propaganda videos. You've seen the propaganda videos that the media has released about the Fire Shrike. The side of the story that doesn't know the other side of the story, where it shows them in all kinds of violence, and the context isn't there that it would be from their side. In other words, because the media doesn't know that Zai was trying to stop awful atrocities when he was shooting up the place at the Holovid Awards. All they got was them shooting up the place at the Holovid Awards.
Mhm.
The fact that they were shooting at police officers and bounty hunters and things like that had to do with they didn't realize that Slefslov went off fucking script and decided to use a grenade and a mortuary. There's they didn't real there are some things that they are guilty of, but the other side of the story is not told because the media is not obviously they're not getting interviews for this kind of stuff because people are too afraid to approach him, and you don't exactly interview Pablo Escobar and ask the
People
questions you
have.
want to ask.
But
Well, you
we
don't ask
do
the
send
questions
out,
you want to- you know.
because we have a crack computer team, we do send out masterly crafted propaganda
However,
videos of our own
however,
Right.
that you
you've
can
only
find
sent
on.
those out. You've only sent those out in the colony territories, though, and she hasn't
Okay.
been out there, so she hasn't seen the ones you guys have put together.
Well, why don't we just put some together and send them out here?
You need a
That's a
mouthpiece.
good idea too.
Face
You
it.
need somebody that can talk to people about your side of the story.
Face something
they don't
something
care.
I should probably explain. They decided they wanted to try and keep me out of public eye so I could be anonymous. Yeah, that lasted all of 3 weeks.
30 seconds. Yeah, it
Right.
wasn't very long.
Let's just say that's not our forte.
In fact, the only one that has cred for having hung out with me and still isn't wanted as a bad guy is a guy named Loyalty Zero.
Mhm.
He's an asshole.
I would
Okay.
assume so, given the name.
Yes.
And he's
Yeah,
That's
how
I love
was
that.
it not?
I turn and look at you, and I'm like, actually, it was his model number. He was the first unit of that series.
Then
Yeah,
why
but
was
how-
he not Loyalty 1? Whoever constructed him has a
Was he a
poor
proto-
grasp on mathematics.
Was he a prototype?
Yes.
I mean, how ons and nos can that name get? Did he betray you at some point?
No. Technically, if you have enough money, he's as loyal as they come.
So his loyalty is to coins, which are shaped like zeros.
Well, we can go with that, yeah.
It's fair. That's how a lot
You know,
of
I
people
still have
are.
20 pairs of boots listed in fucking our stuff.
Nurks would probably add the coloration on this of, well, technically, whether he betrayed us or not is a matter of subjectivity. Technically, he did everything we paid him to do. Everything Zai paid him to do, he did faithfully to the letter of the word. But he also followed through on a contract to let Dr. Talent know where we were as well. It was just something that was an oversight, I imagine, in his mind. I don't know. He
That
seems like
does sound disloyal, though.
he's like, my understanding is you pay him to do a thing, he does it, and it doesn't really ethics don't seem to
But-
play a matter into it. But he is an asshole.
All right.
Good to know.
So, we spent most of the night at Bort's because we have underlings to go buy stuff for us now, and that's super cool. And
By
I
the
enjoy
way,
that.
Cyril is the most fucking boring person to take drinking.
He
I
doesn't
want
drink.
to get him drunk.
He doesn't.
Oh. No.
That would impede my
Just a-
combat capabilities.
Oh, come
Can
on.
I slip
We're on
See-
Broken Rock. You don't need those right now.
Just
Try
a-
this.
What's he
Yeah.
drinking?
May I use my grandfather's or my grandmother's cloak to spike someone's drink with hydrofluoric acid?
Yo,
not.
that's a
You
little
want to kill him?
fucked.
I was like,
Maybe.
what?
I have 10 of it. I'll subtract one for it.
Hydrofluoric
Well,
acid.
no. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I was just gonna say, don't pull a shot and spike
Are you
someone's
trying
shit.
to kill somebody specific, or are you just
No,
somebody?
I just well, okay.
Just wanna
Who
kill.
looks like the meanest motherfucker at the bar? Like not like at the bar as a whole, but at the bar, the location. You know what I mean?
Oh. Captain's Eye.
Father, I crave violence.
So I was like, poison me, poison me.
I'm not poisoning Captain's Eye. And also, you guys aren't gonna know. My plan is to say I'm going to the bathroom, walk over to the bathroom, turn on the grandmother's cloak, and then go and spike like the biggest, meanest looking dude's drink with hydrofluoric acid.
Is this what he does when he's bored?
So
Yes.
what is? So
It
what
seems
is
that
the? So where do we have the stats on this here?
The stats on hydrofluoric acid. Let me grab it real quick.
Because I'm gonna need to know what the saving throw is and what track it goes on and everything like that.
Okay, hydrofluoric acid. It is a Constitution track. DC 20 Fortitude save.
Okay.
Yeah.
DC 24 save and let's see contract. Let me
And-
pull up some stats here
Yeah.
so I can make a saving throw.
And if he ingests it, he has to make a successful DC. Someone has to make a successful DC 30 heal check or physical science check to cure him, essentially.
So, let me. It's gonna be. Where is that? Okay. You managed to poison somebody.
Yeah, so I go invisible. I find the biggest, meanest looking person. I spike their drink with hydrofluoric acid. I go back into the bathroom, turn visible again, casually walk out and go back to the table, and keep an eye on him.
Alright, so let me find the section I'm looking for here. Contract. So what is the frequency on the saving throws?
It is 1 per round. And
Okay.
yeah, and that is for 6 rounds.
So first round feels weak. Second round he passes. How many saving throws to beat it?
How many saving throws to beat it?
Mm-hmm.
That is a good question. It is not telling me that.
Consecutive saves. I think it should be 2.
Yeah, it's 2 consecutive saves. You're right. Cure. There it is.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Nice.
impaired.
Doesn't beat it.
Debilitated.
Huh.
Pass.
Damn. Damn. I
Yeah.
mean, he's debilitated though, right?
Right, impaired -2 to affected to the affected checks.
Oh,
Nope.
so yeah, no.
So he dies. You killed a man.
Hell yeah. Nice.
I just killed
So
a
what
man.
is this
His
scene play
friends,
out
his,
like?
his friends start tearing the place up looking for the for the killer, and we'll play that combat out next week because it's 10:36 at this point. So
I didn't
let's
expect this to start a full combat because they're not even gonna know it was me. So
Well, they're probably just going to start shooting everyone in the bar, and then it's
Okay,
going to turn into a
we're-
ballroom blitz.
yeah, it's pirates. They don't necessarily operate like that. They don't need evidence of who was responsible. They'll just take their fury out on anybody they think might be responsible.
Like, here's how it's going to play out. They're going to point at someone and say he did it. He's going to point at them and say they did. Then they'll go, "Are you calling me a liar? I ain't calling you for dinner." And then the fight starts.
So, let's get sign off started. Let's start with, and everybody send me your Player's Choice Awards. Let's start with Xander.
Okay, Scott, Psych, whatever, pick a name, I don't care. I'm Xander. I'm in my room doing massive research to figure out how this thing plays into effect to change some cosmos. I don't know. We'll see. What else am I in? Okay, so on Wednesday night when we do Hinch to Minch, I play Night. So I get to stir the pot, and I revealed secrets that probably shouldn't have had by stealing somebody's son's body. I don't know. I told everybody. That was the fun part. When we do any of the Justice grab bags on Saturday, like Flesh and Fire, I played Jake, the mechanic dude, who's currently unconscious. When we do Legion class wrestling, we play Adam Mason. He's a manager to Bear the Boulder Breaker, and Adam's plan is to get Bear some title match shots. And then if we ever do Faulty Comics, I played John Smith, who jumped off the bench and punched zombies. Because that was cool. Now, earlier we referenced the Ballad of the Menagerie, which I play chess in. And I got this new armor that is really cool. That's green. And it's like foresty green with green lights, and it's really pretty. I like it. And I don't know. We're doing surveillance. I don't know. But that's the fun part. Yay. And that's me.
Awesome. So let's go to Twinkle. Cyrus, Gunner.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cyrus Smith, and you just saw me playing Twinkle Bailey, the isekai who's, well, a little less certain of Captain Zai's mental state than before he showed him that video. But at the end of the day, it's the captain. So even if he were a little bit crazy, what can you say? Who's not a little crazy? Looking at Shaba.
The
You can
amount
also-
of atrocities that I'm literally wanted for is enough to let you know I'm a little crazy.
Shaba's sane.
The only sane one.
You know, that reminds me of a Pirates of the Caribbean saying, "You're crazy." No, I'm crazy because I know I'm crazy, which means I'm not crazy. Isn't that crazy?
Exactly.
You can also find me on, let's see, well, tomorrow in Don't Seattle for Anything Less, where I'm playing Drifter, the sweet old grandma who likes to run people over with her semi, and kind of wondering what kind of amateurs did they bring into this job. You can also find me on Wednesday, where I'm playing Acer, the telepathic sniper who is, oh my god, the plot twists. I sent Winchester flowers. Winchester, the man who shot me, flowers, because I didn't know it was Winchester. Gotta grow spine and just start shooting people instead. You can also find me on, oh gosh, Thursday, I believe, this week,
Yes.
with Project Severovo. You can also find me on, well, I run Sundays. That little game called Blow Up Islands because we can. I'm sorry. It's called Tales from the Cosmos. What we did is we blew up islands because we could. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I don't know if any DMs out there have ever had the situations where something has been so completely and utterly derailed that you don't know where to go. Maybe I
Yes.
should just turn it into, like, Demonic Village Tycoon. I don't know, or like Zombie Simulator, because I'm not sure where next week's gonna go, which means you should tune in.
We're gonna get to the mainland. We're gonna start a wool trading guild, and that's what it's gonna turn into. We're gonna save the world by just fucking buying Bob out.
Jesus. All right, tune in next week for Wool Trader. And that brings it back to today, so that's it for me.
Awesome. Shabo, why don't you go next? Brian?
Yes, I'm Brian. I played Shaba tonight. She's still as crazy as ever. We'll just leave it at that. Tuesdays and Seattle for nothing. I play Sakura, the street samurai that was wondering where did all these people come from and why are they here? Like, can they even do this job? We'll figure it out. And occasionally on Sundays, when I can actually make it somewhat, yes, I do play in Tales of the Cosmos. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping to make it this weekend. We'll see about that. Anyway, on to the next.
All right. Awesome. Amy, you go next.
Oh, yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Amy Gedden, and tonight I play Vesa, and I'm making friends. God damn it. Very excited. He thought I was blackmailing him when really, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm just here for the ride. Like, really, I'm just running from shit and whatever. So, yeah, this was fun tonight. I don't play in anything else right now because being an adult is stupid. And yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Well, why don't Serold Nightheart? Why don't you go next?
Hi ho, friendos. My name is James, otherwise known as Nightheart, and you caught me here today playing Sarah Silverchild, the guy who's pretty much just L, except hopefully he's not going to get murdered by a book. Who knows? Apparently we're all going to die in a bar fight, though. Although, if you think I'm not going to fucking throw magic grenades in a fucking bar, you're out of your goddamn mind.
It is aborts, after all.
Yeah, I mean,
Things are
fucking
about
normal.
to get toasty.
Yeah, it's food worth dying over, and all these fucks are going to die over it.
My wings!
My brand! You can also catch me here on Wednesdays in Hench to Mensch, where I play Martyr, the pain-dealing, pain-absorbing super mutant who, while everyone else was off fighting fucking Godzilla and getting teleported by magic to the fucking Gulf of Mexico, he was stopping people from robbing a Pizza Hut that he happened to be at. Not because he wanted to, like, be a superhero, because these people were in his fucking way, and they were threatening the Hut. They tried to out-pizza the Hut. Supervillain or superhero, you don't let them out-pizza the Hut. Can also catch me here Thursday for Severovo. It's all I really know about it. It's all you really need to know about it. Want something else? Come here Thursdays, and if not, get lost. Depending on
Rule
the
number one
Saturdays,
about Severova.
some days, but not usually, you can find me in either one of many different Justice Grab Bags, or you could find me in a black box if we ever do one of those. One of our one-offs where we just do some wacky shit. Testing out game systems and the like. And Sunday, you can find me in the game that is slowly devolving from Pathfinder into Settlers of Catan. Tales from the Cosmos, where right now I'm playing an alchemist, a paladin, and a swashbuckler, but by the end of this I might be playing just 3 business moguls. Who knows? Fuck, if I have my way and get to play every class in Pathfinder 2 so that I can test them all out, I could just fucking form my own guild.
The jack of all trades.
There'd be like 16 dudes. So, anyway, that's it for me.
All right. David Denell.
I don't want to. Nah, I'm just kidding. Hi, I play Captain's Eye on Monday nights. That makes me a 6'4" Kasathan, which means I have 4 arms, kind of look like Goro. And I play with this crazy bunch. It's always a lot of fun. And the Jester works real hard at making it a whole lot of fun. Like, I didn't expect to see myself get murdered 50 times or so today, but I did. And it made me a better person. I don't know why Twinkle's worried. I haven't killed anybody for no reason.
Yet.
Yet.
I think he was pointing at me with his words.
No, I definitely was not. It was just a generalized message, mostly directed to make Twinkle uncomfortable. Let's see. Sometimes when we actually get to play on Saturdays, I play Rita Throat Rot, a boy that likes to dress like a girl, and ride a motorcycle across the apocalypse. It's my second favorite game to this one. And then we do other stuff too. But even though she had space diarrhea all night, my friend Purple Codex sells t-shirts at tpublic.com. They are amazing and fantastic. You should definitely check them out. They are not on sale today, so... Well, wait, she's not here. If she has her link up, you can use her link and save 10%. But more importantly, James, if you would.
According to Merriam-Webster's Dictionary and Thesaurus, ethical, adjective, 1. Of or relating to ethics. 2. Conforming to accepted and especially professional standards of conduct. Ethically can also be used as an adjective, or an adverb, my bad. Some synonyms include decent, good, honest, honorable, just, moral, principle. You know, I had to say to all that because here at Purple Codex Merchandise, we don't give a fuck about that. We just want to be epic. So get your shit and get, kids.
Swing!
You're killing me.
That was pretty good.
Normally we'd say on my friend
James.
Purple Codex. But, you know, space diarrhea. So I don't know who's next.
That's actually going to come back to win 5, get 1 free.
Oh, wait. I love Zam Zam.
I also love Zam. Hello everybody, my name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free, and today you caught me playing Matthias Merch Dishburg, the small little radish man who gives everyone drugs. You know, hydrofluoric acid counts as a drug if you ingest it.
Counts as fucking death.
So he got to do something he's been needing to do for a while. And anyway, you can also catch me coming this Thursday, the final advertisement for Severovo before it begins. Have you ever heard of the Vecna? The woman who lives in the forest, amongst the frozen marsh, lichens and moss growing off of her hovel. She rakes across the ground with her feet, clawed talon. She has crooked features and a crooked walk, crooked teeth feeding into a crooked smile. We do not let the children play out there anymore. And we do not let the people till the soil too close to the edge. For within that bog, horrible things ruminate. I would be fair warned. Do not impose upon her. Because if you do, you may not be the only one who suffers the gaze of the Vecna. So tune in next week, or not next week, tune in this Thursday for Project Severovo, where we're going to be doing character creation and the beginning of the story that I've been laying out for literally half a year. You can also catch me on various Saturdays for Justice Grab Bags and or Black Box Theaters. I have not been very participant lately in those because I've had a very busy schedule lately when it comes to Saturdays, but I promise I will be there one of these days. And when I'm playing there, I'm playing characters like Beef or Eastern Bloc or even maybe sometimes Scorchmark. Yeah. And other than that, I think that does it for me. Oh yeah, catch me on my SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/thathoon. That's me.
We haven't seen Scorchmark in a good long time, too.
No, we have not.
I'm surprised you referenced him.
Yeah,
That's
I wouldn't mind playing him again.
you know, we were doing stuff with that for a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that said, that brings it back around to me, and we actually have. Let's get the bookkeeping out of the way first. Everybody gets 1,000 experience points, and two nights winner for player's choice is Vesa. Vesa, give yourself another 750.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah. The it was close. It was close. Twinkle was right on your heels. But
Yeah.
there's a let's see. Let me bring you back here. Let me get my thoughts together. Okay. Yeah, you can catch me here on Monday nights for Monday Night Fire Strike, as you have tonight, and can pretty much every Monday night, with the extraordinarily rare exception. Everybody, this is episode 117. So if you think I'm lying, check the episode number. It's 117. I'm here a lot. This is what I do. This is what I like to do. You can also catch me here on Tuesday nights for Don't Seattle for Anything Less, where I play Salvo, the elf combat mage, who is extraordinarily cocky and thinks he's more professional than he actually is. You can also catch me here. At some point, we're going to get Justice Grab Bags back online and get him back rolling. It has been rough and rocky lately. I'm still working on it. Every time I think we've got something going on, we just don't have enough people. Once we get that lined out and get participation back up, we'll get that show going again. And on Sunday nights, you can catch me for the Ballad of the Menagerie, which, if you've ever wondered what happens to the world when the heroes have passed through and gone on to other things, the Ballad of the Menagerie is an answer to that, because they deal with the things that were left behind when the Fire Shrike passed through, continue to do so, and at some point, other heroes will have to deal with the bullshit they leave in their wake too. But
It's like being an interstellar janitor.
kind of here, but where the menagerie, the Ballad of the Menagerie, where we always say, don't bring a knife to a bear fight. Just don't do it. Also, bears are not stealthy. They are not stealthy. With that said, I am also, you can also catch me on my other channel of Zerat, where I am going to be doing some streaming. I've been streaming Ghost of Tsushima. I'm going to get back to it because I have a lot of fucking time off right now. I am also going to stream the most hated DLC package that has ever generated this much heat the moment it was even announced before anyone tried it. I am going to be streaming The Sims Journey to Bantu. Why? Because fuck the internet's propensity to shit all over everything before they even try it. So I'm going to fucking stream that shit. It's going to be funny, and it's going to be the FU University of Learn Shit bitches, because I'm going to try the game. Because I'm going to try this game pack out. With that said, let's see, you can catch us if you are watching us on Twitch and you're thinking, oh my God, I got to go back and I got to watch that scene over again. I want to go back and check out that scene where the Twinkle and Vesa came to some sort of understanding again, or that conversation about Vesa and her place on the ship with Captain Zai, or that I want to go back and see the moment where Murch poisoned a man to death for no fucking reason.
That was so bad.
you can catch us on YouTube at Paradise Theater. If you are watching on YouTube and you're thinking, God, I gotta catch this live and see all of the energy and see all of the action as it happens so that my friends can't spoil it for me, you can catch us as Paradise Theater on Twitch. And the only difference between these two things here, ladies and gentlemen, is one is on YouTube and there's a space between each word. On Twitch, it's on Twitch, and there's an underscore between each word. I know it's so complicated. But if you want to catch us for some scheduling updates, the random occasional thoughts from somebody, whoever's running the Twitter right now, and some memes of some sort of temperature that
It's
feel
hot
like
lava.
What?
Memes.
you can catch us at Pear Theater on Twitter. With that said, let's get an RIP Fern and get out of here.
R.I.P. Fern.